Hey, what's up, everybody? I've got this JX3 Jackson stereo preamp that I bought a while ago, and I haven't had a chance to do anything because I've been so busy, so I thought I'd check it out right now with you guys. Now, these things came out in 1991 or 92, around there, and they are a tube-based, so they got two 12AX7s in there. It is a tube preamp. I think these were made by Laney, okay, for Jackson. At least that's what I heard. That's what the rumor is on the internet. There's really not much information on these. They're pretty rare. They come up on eBay once in a while. In fact, I think there's one on there right now as I'm making this video for like, I think the buy it now price is like $500. So if you could find one of these for around $300, I would buy it because price is only going up. Now, these were made in either Korea or Taiwan. I'm not sure. Like I said, there's really not much information on them. I couldn't even find a service manual, and I couldn't even find a user manual, let alone a service manual. I did contact Jackson asking for a service manual and more information on this, and they have nothing. So I'm just going to go through everything and try to figure out what everything is because I'm not even sure. So the A channel, looks like the A channel is the clean channel because it just has a level, treble, mid, and bass. And then the B channel looks like it's the heavy distorted channel with the gain because it's got a gain, it's got a shred button, treble, mid, bass. It's got a presence also, okay? And then these are your masters. So we'll go over all that. And but first, before I plug it in, I'm gonna open it up and look inside because, like I said, I don't know. This may be broken for all I know. I haven't even tried it yet. So this could turn into a repair video. Maybe not. I don't know. If not, then it'll be just a demo of this unit. All right. So let me take the cover off and we'll look inside. It looks like it's one of those upside down boards. I'm gonna have to turn it around and take the bottom piece off because the circuit's on the other side. This is the bottom of the boards, so let me do that. All right, so here we are, folks. The circuit is upside down. This is the bottom. So it looks like it still has both Jackson tubes in there, 12AX7s. Oh, look at this, a loose wire. There you go. That's why we don't plug things in. All right, guys, before we continue, we have to figure out where this loose wire connects. Now, I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say it's connected to this side of R24, that resistor right there. And now let me zoom in so I could show you why I think that's so. So the reason I think it was connected to that resistor is because if you look right here on this side of the resistor, you can see there's some flux on the board, and there's no flux anywhere else, just right here on that side. So I think this wire at one point was connected to that resistor. So I'm going to connect it back. I really have no choice because I don't have a schematic, so I don't know where else it would go. So I'm going to solder it on there. Okay, and then I'm going to try to reverse engineer this power supply so I can get a schematic. And we can go over the voltages, and I'll come back and when I have that finished. All right, so I was able to create a schematic. All right, I'll just put it right here. Now, these voltages here, 125 volts AC, 35 volts AC, those are from the secondary here and here. I haven't measured them, so I'm just going based on what it says on the board. Right there, I don't know if you can see that. It says 125 volts AC, and on this side right here it says 35. So let's see how this works. So you got your voltage from the secondary coming here, and that's this right here. This is for the B plus voltage, so it's getting rectified right here. So at this point right here, you're going to have around 160, 170 volts. And then there's a resistor here. I put 2 watts. I don't know. It's bigger than the other resistor. Okay, so I assume it's like a 2-watt resistor. You're going to get a drop across there too. So by the time you get to the B plus line, you're going to have around 150, 160 maybe tops. Okay, and we're going to measure that to see in a minute. But that's going to the plates of the tubes. Okay, now this secondary here, this is 35 volts AC. I haven't measured it, but that's what it says here. That's coming out of here, going into these capacitors. Okay, that's these two right here. Okay, and after it gets rectified, and then it goes into these 2 regulators. It's these 2 right here. You have a 7815 positive 15 volt regulator and a 7915 negative 15 volt regulator, and that goes out here and here. Okay, and if you look here, here's the 2 connectors that goes to. Okay, your plus 15, your minus 15 goes to one connector and another one, and those are these connectors right here. You got the blue wire is minus 15, the red wire is plus, and the black is green. I mean, the black is ground. Same thing here. Okay, so you have one, the 2 rails going to the B channel board. You have them also going here to the output board. Okay, and the A channel board, which is this one, also gets power, but it gets it from here. Okay, all right, so that's what that is. Now let's look at how they did the tube heater voltages. So what they did is they tapped off this 35 volt AC right here, okay, and they rectify it, okay, right here. So at this point here, you're going to get a DC, like a 24 volts or something, 24, 25 volts DC right here. All right, so that goes to the heaters. So they're sending a DC voltage of 25 volts to the heaters. Now, these heaters can handle up to 12.6 volts, but the way they're getting away with sending 25 volts is because they have the 2 heaters in series. So the voltage gets split, gets divided between each one of these. So each one gets around 12.5 volts, which that's fine. Okay, so instead of putting another winding in here for the heaters, they just tapped off of this one. Okay, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. So that's how this is, and let's go measure these voltages. Let's see if what the B plus actually is, and let's see if this is 24, 25 volts. All right, let's see what we got on the. Let's see right here where the 125 volts is coming in. Let's see if we really have 125 volts here. $154.2. So that the board is wrong. That's 154 volts there. So our B plus voltage is going to be higher than what I thought it would be. All right, so let's see what our B plus voltage is. Okay, let me put this on DC. Okay, and let's see what we got. 158.6. Okay, that's going to the plates. I wonder what the drop is across this resistor. Wow, 38 volts. It's kind of high. Wow, that means there's 3.8 milliamps going through that resistor. Okay, so we got about 160 volts going to the plates. Okay. All right, let's see what this winding has here. Should be 35 AC. Should be 35 volts AC. Okay, that's a little higher too. 41.6. Yeah, that's fine. Now the secondaries coming out of here, that's a DC. Let's see what those are. So we have the negative rail here. Let's see, ground is in the middle. Negative 14, that's fine, 14.8. The positive is 14.57. Yeah, it's a little low, but that's fine. These just power the op amps, okay? All right, now let's check the heater. Okay, and the heater is, it's this brownish connector right here, okay? That's on my schematic, that's this right here, okay? So now remember we said that should be around 24, 25 volts. Okay, so let's see. 23.7, or say 24. Okay, so that means these tubes, the heaters are getting 12 volts each on these tubes. Okay. Well, guys, I wish I had more time to reverse engineer this whole thing, because I'd be interested in knowing how they get the gain and distortion on the shred mode, because the only diodes I see are on channel A, and channel A is the clean channel. And these are the only two diodes. I don't see any other diodes anywhere. So yeah, I mean, if you want me to reverse engineer this, let me know. I could do a video on it. If I get enough interest, I'll reverse engineer it. By the way, these two right here had me fooled for a second. I was wondering, why do they have 555 timers on each board? Are they using PWM or something to amplify the signal? It turns out these are op amps. These are 7555 BP op amps. So they had me fooled. I was sitting here for a while trying to figure out why they got 555 timers. Anyway, yeah, if you want me to reverse engineer it, let me know, and I'll make another video. For now, I'm just gonna clean the pots, and then we'll do the demo. All right, guys, I'm gonna clean one potentiometer here just to show you guys how I do it, and I'll do the rest of them off camera. So let me put some tissue down here so I don't make a mess all over the place. Okay, that should be fine. Now, I like to use this stuff right here. Now this will dry it out completely. It'll clean it up really good, and it'll dry everything out, okay? So after using this, you have to use this, all right? This is also a cleaner and lubricant. So I use both of these. I start with this, and then I put some of this in there. Now, I do have deoxit right here, okay? I even have the fader, and I can tell you that these two right here, both of these together, cost less than this little thing right here, okay? This is more expensive than both of those together. All right, so this is the way I do it. It's been working for me. Start with this and then finish with this, okay? But now you have to use this because this will dry it out completely. All right, so let's clean one so I could show you. All right, so I'll do this one right here. So just spray it in that little hole, okay? And turn. Okay, just like that. Turn it around a few times. Okay, I did plug this in, and every single pot on here was scratchy. Okay, so we'll see if this works. Okay, that should be good. Okay. All right, now we'll come in with this one and put some of this in there. Okay. You don't need too much of this. Okay, this is the lube. Okay, and then we turn it around a few times. Okay, and now it's cleaned and lubed, and this will be fine for a long, long time. Okay, now one thing about this is, especially this stuff here, you have to wait 3 or 4 hours before turning the equipment on. Okay, you want to let it dry a little bit. And don't do this with the stuff energized either. Make sure it's unplugged and turned off, okay? And that's how I do it. I'm going to do the rest of them off camera now. All right, guys, I got it all together. Before I do a demo, let's take a look at the back real quick. Okay, so you have your fuse here. It's a 500 milliamp fuse. Master in, out right here. That's for left and right, depending on what channel you're going out of. That volume is controlled from the front. All right, you have your effects loop here. It's nothing special, just basic standard effects loop, send and return, returns in stereo. Then you have this simulcab thing here. I think this is just a speaker cabinet simulator. You push the button, sounds, I don't know, like a speaker cabinet. This is why it's good to have a manual, a user manual, so you could read up on all this stuff. Then you have what looks like a space for a foot pedal to control channel A, B, and shred I/O. I'm not sure. I think that's what it is. It's what it looks like. So yeah, basically that's it. Let's plug it in and try it out. All right, guys. There's the Jackson preamp ready to go. Now I'm going to be going through my Marshall JCM 900, and I'm going right into the send and receive loop. So the preamp on the Marshall is not being used, only it's being used as an amplifier only. Okay, so the only preamp here is this Jackson preamp. Now I'm not going to mess with the tone controls at all because they don't really do much, and I'm not going to do anything with channel A because channel A is just basically no drive, no distortion, it's just a clean channel. And I'm going to demo just channel B in the shred mode. So let's, before we start, let me show you what the simulcap button does in the back. All right, I don't know if you guys could tell, but the simulcap doesn't really do much. It just muffles the sound a little bit. Kind of makes it sound like you threw a blanket over your cabinet. I don't know if you could tell in the video, but that's what it sounds like. All right, let's demo this.